Welcome everyone to Steam Hibernation. It's me, DynaLemm, Huggy Dave, whatever. I am a man who goes by many names, and this is Final Fantasy XIII-2, the sequel to the original Final Fantasy XIII. It just got a PC release yesterday. I actually did record a video yesterday. I didn't get any pictures, so basically it was just my voice and sound effects of the game. Anyway, so that's all that. It's a bit of a weird port. I've tried a lot of things, and this seems to be the best quality I can get for it. We're going to change on-screen experience to controller type. We're going to start a new game. I'm going to try and show you every feature, so it's going to be a slightly longer video than most. I am going to do a video on Final Fantasy XIII at some point. The problem is, really, I want to show the best of the game, and the best of the game comes about 25 to 30 hours in, so we may be waiting a while. Some porting issues. It does support 4K, and it does support multiple resolutions. You can't go below 720p, and a lot of these, and I believe the textures are actually locked at 720p because it's just the stock stuff. There's been a lot of problems. PC Game Wiki has reported a lot of slowdown. You may see some slowdown when we start the game. We're gonna just start now. May as well save over. We're gonna basically play that part anyway. Spoiler alert: those are the two characters you play as. Yes. Yeah, the game has autosave, and there's a lot of changes that have been made compared to 13.1 if you played that. Most of which are for the better, although I'd argue the story is worse, but the plot might be slightly better. I haven't played far enough to really say that. But the plot's strange, and if you don't understand it, don't worry, I don't either. And I have the bloody strategy guide. Oh, well, that's the funny thing. I got this for the Xbox 360 years and years ago, and which it's unplayably slow on Xbox, by the way. So it's actually much worse on the 360 version. So that's that. I got a strategy guide for it. Very, very nice one. Guess how much it cost me? I think it was either 49 pence or a pound. They're like, please take this off our hands, and so I did. I think it was nice enough. I like having strategy guides.
Death lose all meaning under the rolling waves of
a lot of games don't really need strategy guides now because they're so A, because everything's online. Anything you might need to know is online, and B, because there isn't really the same need to have everything around you. I mean, because you have second screens and stuff now, so you can find tips and not have to shut off your game.
Begin my life anew.
Right. Yeah, so that's Lightning, the hero of the last game. For those of you unaware, this is a reference to Final Fantasy VII. I believe Final Fantasy VIII at the same time. You got the beach, and you got a girl being kind of buried at sea, basically. You'll find out who that is because he has a very stupid surname. And yes, she is quite dead, although you can't really tell sometimes.
It was never your desire. Is that not so? You.
And as always, Chaos follows the golden rule of Final Fantasy games in that he has the most ridiculous hair you could possibly imagine. It's like a half bandana. Anyway, stuff.
Warrior goddess. Now we cross.
A tale of souls and swords, eternally retold. It actually does probably look like Soul Calibur. And the role was Sophitia.
Lose yourself in battle.
I do like the music. The music is very good, although there are some very strange tunes in the game.
Embrace the terror.
Yeah, the game, much like Final Fantasy XIII, is absolutely huge. And the reason for that is because it has two sets of the kind of full-screen cutscenes, which are very nice looking. But they have two because they have different syncs for English and Japanese voice acting. The game has support for European and East Asian languages. I can't remember exactly which ones. I really should have looked that up. But it's the usual ones: English, French, German, I believe Spanish. I believe it's Spanish, maybe Italian, or it could be Polish. I can't remember. And then it has support, and then it has closed caption support for Korea and China. But they only have English and Japanese voices, and I believe only the English version actually has both. It's still half the size of Final Fantasy XIII, which was 50 gigabytes. So this game is not particularly well optimized, and I suspect this may cause some of the problems we will see very soon once the game engine stuff begins. Because at the moment we just got cool badass stuff. And those are Sir and Madam not really appearing in this game very much. Spoiler alert for like 10 minutes. Actually, I think it's like nearly half an hour actually of this stuff.
Damn you.
Enough.
Stab me here!
That glow.
Cast your shadow over all. Wings of night!
I choose you, Charizard, I guess. Obelisk the Tormentor! Yeah. Some people don't like the design of Final Fantasy XIII-2, much like they didn't like the design of the first game. I actually quite like it. But that does come with some caveats in that the game still doesn't make any sense. Right, that's autosave. Loading is on the bottom right. And yeah, right, as you can already see, this slowdown appears in pretty much every setup I've done. And I've got it running at 720p because that stops most of the slowdown. Like you can see, I'm not quite sure where the slowdown comes from because it seems to kind of peak at random points, and then you'll see where they'll do the same kind of effect and it will work perfectly. We're not going to take the battle tutorial. The battle system is very similar to Final Fantasy XIII. You have an AP bar which charges, and you can have multiple slots, and you can press Y to activate it at any time, which can be occasionally very, very useful. It does have the same problem as Final Fantasy XIII, in the sense that basically it means all battles are basically cast Libra and mash auto battle. So most of the skill is still in the paradigms, which we will explain very shortly. But they do have a lot more. This was always the intention of the White Engine, was to have these ridiculously cinematic battles. We've got battles on horses and shit like that. I don't know how much you will see this, but it is great that the first battle does do this. This was a very good idea. The slowdown is quite annoying, and the problem is it's very hard to find a setup that doesn't do this. Like I've got it, I've kind of set it quite low, and everything is turned off. The game shouldn't really be slowing down on the system I have. Really, the recommended settings are incredibly low and you have you are incredibly low. Like they require GX, I think it's like GeForce GX 450s or 430s or something. So it's systems that you that you couldn't imagine would run this very well. And Abel's a lot more powerful. You can run Tomb Raider on ultra spec with 60 frames a second while recording. So I'm thinking it might be an optimization issue. A lot of people have been having problems. People have said they can't. No matter what spec they've tried, they can't get it past 60, and a lot of people can't get more than 30 frames. I can get more than 30 frames most of the time, but there's moments where it will just slow to a crawl, and it is impossible to tell why or how. Gameplay-wise, that doesn't really matter too much because it's an RPG. And it's an RPG where you're mostly mashing A. I think we can actually kill him now. Wow, bollocks. So he has a slash that kind of knocks you out your AP thing, which was always the most annoying move in Final Fantasy XIII as well. But most mercifully, no one did it in the first fight. I think very few monsters actually did it full stop. I think there was like 3 bosses that did, which were coincidentally the 3 worst bosses in that game. Apart from that one in this 2, I think, where you basically you could you lost if the game chose to attack your leader character. That's one of the things they have fixed. Another spoiler alert. And I'll hopefully get to where I can explain why that's the case. But yeah, as you can see, it's doing the kind of same sort of effects that were causing slowdown before, and it's not causing problems at all. And then it will load the next bit, and that will cause big stuff. I think it's just a problem with the streaming data from the hard drive. And I've got quite a speedy hard drive, so I've got an SSHD, so it shouldn't be this much of an issue. This is actually most of the best I've got it running. But you do, as you can see, you do have those moments where it just cuts for no reason. But anyway, the thing you just saw while I was rabbiting on was the cinematic action, which is Q2Es. It's one of the kind of inclusions, and in fairness, it's never been done in a Final Fantasy game before. Yeah, so there's different ones. There's move a direction, press X, press A, all that kind of stuff. It's quite good it's quite good because it has 2 types. That was the thing that's changed is in standard mode it tells you the keyboard control. So it's like or press W to move, or the arrow keys, or press enter and backspace. Mercifully, I kind of guessed them. I guessed them all the first time I played it, but you can't you can't change it, which is nice. So what are the you can also camera sensitivity, which is good because that was one of the big issues I had with 13.1. Was the camera sensitivity was way too sharp. They fixed it. They've kind of softened it anyway, so that helps. But yeah, this is white engine stuff. Basically, Advent Children mode, I call it. I don't know if you can actually proper battles like this. Because I haven't played that far. It is magic I think we need. But yeah, but you can kind of pick options, and some of them will do damage, and some of them won't. So in this case, melee will do damage. I've totally not done this like many times before, honest. Failing this one doesn't really do anything. I think in certain ones, failing is either instant death or damage, depending, of course, on the particular level. But it is a novel twist on a lot of the QTs you see. I don't think either way this one does damage though. And to be honest, obviously this doesn't matter because you find the big bad in the first fight.
I must thank you. In these final moments, I've met my finest talent.
You're finished, Caius!
Basically, your mileage will definitely vary on the direction of the cutscenes because they are this. They are utterly, insanely, brilliantly ridiculous. Yeah, mileage has already varied on the changes in Lightning. Like Lightning was kind of a very cool character in the first game. She's still kind of cool, but it looks like half her outfit's missing. That is a trend that will continue through Lightning Returns, I am told by the box art. I've not played that one. That will be a proper full Steam Hibernation video when that comes out, because I am definitely pre-ordering that. Hopefully it won't be too expensive. I can't imagine it would be at this point. This is currently, I think, £12.69. It's about $16, $17 or $18 or something. Yeah, this is a bit that slows down on every setup I've tried. I do not know why, because it is just... presumably it's the way the lightning effects are set up. The lightning effect... The Freudian slip there. The lighting effects are set up on the White Engine. It's...
No Christ.
Actually, no, it's Crystal Tools. I keep calling it the White Engine. That was its code name before 13 was released. But yeah, this uses Crystal Tools. Apparently they didn't port it very well to PC or something. And only the Final Fantasy XIII trilogy seem to be games that use it. I'm hoping they will work out the kinks of the engine to do a port of Final Fantasy XV. Actually, hold on a minute. I think does 14 I think uses it, or does it use the Unreal Engine? I can't remember. But 14 was actually quite 14 at Realm Reborn was actually quite well optimized. Well, I suppose it would have to be, it's an MMO.
Quickly!
But yeah, this is our hero, Noel Christ, which is, it's one of those names that's so ridiculous you have to say the whole thing whenever you talk to him. You only have those people who you can't, they're not, you know,
Valhalla.
they're not like a single name, they are a full name. So he's not Noel, he's Noel Christ.
How did you know?
From Valhalla.
I'm trying to go with an example. I'm trying to think of an example that's not Hulk Hogan, actually.
Lightning.
Yeah. So, yeah, this is all one. Well, this is all basically one big battle.
Time for a real fight.
Well, it's not a real fight. Cause you still, yeah, as you can see, there's also a battle. There is also abilities. Each of them cost different amounts of AP on the AP bar. You have 6, a maximum of 6 slots, as you did in Final Fantasy 13. I never actually got to 6. You don't need to really. 6 let you use a limit breaky type attack. They've increased the speed generally of the AP bar as well, which is one of the improvements. I'm going to kind of detail basically in length the improvements they've made. That's one of them. The rest of them we may not see until the game kind of starts properly. Right, yeah, as you can see, it's kind of disappointing the slowdown because a lot of these battles are amazing and like they're amazing amazing spectacles. But oh shit! But because of the slowdown, you kind of don't get to enjoy them nearly as much. But yeah, so in these battles you have to be kind of move. Again, I don't know. I don't think as far as I got up to on 13-2, I didn't actually have another battle like this. But yeah, so haste, as you can see, improves the speed of your bar. Again, I'm not sure what's caused by there's like one little thing I think that's kind of really causing the slowdown. I can't tell what it is. See, because we're doing a flight around now, and it's nowhere near as chuggy. Like it's not great, but it's better. Settings you can change are basically shadow mapping, and that's about it really. I think you can alter other stuff in the INI files, but I've not really tried. Yeah, they've also improved the rating system by actually making it mean something, rather than, I think it used to mean just how many Crystarium points you got. Now it means that plus the chances of item drops and rare drops. So that's the battle. There goes the battle. Yeah, it's very cool. Well, it's very cool in a very it's kind of cool in a very 14-year-old way, if you know what I mean.
How do we fight him?
Like you have this badass warrior, but she doesn't wear pants.
There's something else I need.
And
What?
Bring my
and you're just a kid who walks in from another dimension, and they have to walk into another dimension.
Okay.
Yeah. The game's kind of a bit weird in where it fits in the whole Final Fantasy thing. Like, this is not the world of Pulse from the first game. From the first Final Fantasy game. This is somewhere completely different. And I think Final Fantasy 13-2 takes place on another place again. I might be wrong, and if I am, I'll correct myself in that video.
I can change the future.
But yeah, there's lots of time. There's already hints of kind of time travel and all that kind of stuff. Also, Moogles. The tone is significantly more lighthearted than the first game. The first game, one of the big problems I had, it was ridiculous and it was also po-faced serious. So it became laughable at points because you're like, wait, I'm supposed to take this melodrama seriously.
What's happening?
Enjoying your little chat.
Well, here you have a scenery chewing villain who appears like in the first 5 minutes, gets his ass kicked in the first 5 minutes, and then and still wins. It's like, You thought you could beat me?
Get to the gate. I'm counting on you.
So, you know, this kind of seeks refuge in kind of audacity. Let's see, what other things can I talk about? Port. It comes with DLC. It comes with all the... It's claims to come with all the DLC they legally could put in. So, the things they had to remove for obvious reasons have been they removed the Mass Effect 3 outfits, because there was 2 outfits. You can change outfits, because of course you can. They in fact made a made a full game of that. And you can change the outfits into. You could have the N7 outfits, which are the basic casual, basically the smart casual black bodysuit things. Fem Chef and Commander Shepard wore in the final Mass Effect game. That's where I'm going. Final Effect 3 or whatever. And also you could dress as Ezio from Assassin's Creed Revelations, so you have the puffy the puffy hood and everything. And also there was a design by a J-pop artist, which was the winner of a fan poll, a Japanese fan poll, of course. And it looked pretty cool, but there's contract issues, which mean that's no longer available either. Other than that, you can't get. There's like Japanese special accessories that you can't access. I don't know if that's also a rights issue or whether it's just because I don't think it should be a rights issue. And finally, this is taking a long time to load. And finally, there are I think there's a couple of Japanese exclusive weapons you can't have either. But we'll
Time flows without pause.
We'll kind of discuss that later when we actually get to inventory stuff.
No longer exist. The future is about to change.
Right. In a world where I don't exist. Right. So yeah. So there's a comet. There is some major slowdown.
Truth still survives, but only you.
So yeah, it's a bit of an oddity. This is Sarah, and there is the kind of questionable direction. That's the outfit she had in Final Fantasy XIII when you saw her for like 3 seconds.
She was fighting. I guess it was just a dream.
And that's. This is New Borden, which is it's basically the first city they built on when Pulse was kind of reclaimed at the end of Final Fantasy XIII. As you can see the kind of big crystal symbol-y thing.
What was that?
Yep. And for some reason, clothes changing is a natural. It's not a game mechanic, so it's not 10-2 levels of bad, but it's. Your outfit does change, and that somehow symbolises the futures. Right, so this is where the actual game begins.
What's happening out there?
There's lots of shouting and shooting. What do you bloody think? We want to change that. Oh. Okay. Yeah, as you see, the slowdown kind of starts pretty much immediately. Animation's quite nice, as it was in Final Fantasy XIII. I mean, the textures look great to begin with, so you don't have that as a problem. These, of course, lots of 720. Well, it's not a lot, but the textures are 720p. Okay, so this is Live Trigger. There are several choices you can make, and you can pick one, and that. Some of them just change the dialogue, some of them lead to distinct changes in how a level progresses.
Those aren't even mine. I must still be asleep. I have to wake up.
So yeah, so you can think it's a dream.
Lightning is gone.
Other times you can think like, oh, lightning's alive, she gave me a message from the future, that sort of thing. You can kind of go back and forth on these sort of things, so it's not a matter of you are forced into a certain path and that's it. So this is a weird time wave thing used. So, and then for some reason this turns into a weird music video. So, yeah, so desolate world, all that kind of crap.
This has happened before. I felt things change when light disappeared. Why? I don't know this place. I don't belong here.
Yeah, Sarah is not quite as interesting a hero as Lightning. You can already tell. Thank you, director. Yeah, the 13 has some 13 and 13-2 has some questionable direction. 13-3 Lightning Returns apparently was even worse on that fact. Yeah, so these are the friends from the first game, which I actually thought were dead. Like I thought they died in the first scene in 13, but oh well.
Sarah, come on! Everyone, this way now!
So yeah, so big cutscene stuff. Where's the Iron Maiden cover?
What is that? Take that!
Yeah, your pea shooters are doing so much good.
There's no... Lightning! Help me!
Yeah. I've learned something from Japanese games and shows. Screaming when you shoot a gun makes bullets fly faster.
Now. Do you hear me? Your sister's dead. She can't help you.
Oh wow, that was quite a nasty slap.
You want her? Then you're gonna have to.
But yeah, inconsistent frame rate. I think they will patch this, but it's something to keep in mind if you're thinking of buying this. Like early days.
You were in my dream. I saw you.
Save it for later.
I mean, it's not a terrible port, and that is, again, it is much better than 360, where you did not get higher than 25 frames a second, no matter what was on screen.
You're gonna have to. One more thing. Don't ever lay down and wait to die.
That sword is that sword combination is ridiculous, but it's ridiculous in a way like that couldn't exist, but I will forgive it. Right, so this is where your basic this is where the Final Fantasy 13 gameplay comes in. The paradigms. These are combinations of classes, and you can change them on the fly. You can only control one person at a time, again, like in Final Fantasy 13, but it's much quicker to change paradigms. It's much quicker to use them, and your AI partner tends to be a lot better with what it uses. The auto battle system is pretty good, almost too good. It kind of, it comes at the expense of kind of strategy. Strategy is still very optional, right? So we need to kill a certain amount of dudes here. So most of these fights are going to be pretty much the same. I've already explained the paradigm system. Don't need to do that. Generally, you heal at the after every fight anyway. So basically, healing only matters when you're close to death, and the game's actually much better at balancing that. So you don't have things where either you will never lose a fight or you'll be close to death every round. They've also reduced the HP thing, so there is much higher levels to get to. So you don't start at like 1,000 hit points or whatever. Doing like hundreds of damage per slash, and you do like 6 in a round. I think they made staggering slightly less powerful as well, because staggering was kind of basically a ridiculous. You couldn't lose if you staggered everyone. Right. I'm not sure what it wants for me to get a 5-star. They've also increased the rankings. Yeah, I do apologise for the slaughter. As you can see, just kind of, as soon as it kind of goes into battle animation, I really don't know what's causing it. That's kind of a big frustration of mine. yeah, just go straight to slash and burn. But yeah, Sarah has a bow sword. It's kind of like the gun sword in 13-1. There we go. Staggered. Most of the strategies are very similar because of the stagger mechanic. You are best off just attacking every enemy, you know, one at a time. Get him to stagger mode. Get him into stagger mode and kill him one at a time. Crowd control mechanics aren't anywhere near as useful as they would be in other RPGs. Yeah, I genuinely don't get. Like I've said this repeatedly, me and pretty much everyone else who's been playing this game have not been able to really isolate the solution for why there is such an inconsistency in the frame rate. I'm going to put it down to a mishandled port, which is a shame because 13's port is, well, not perfect by any stretch of the imagination. It's a lot better than this, and graphically doesn't look that much worse. And also, unlike 13-2's only on one double-sided DVD, while 13 was on 3, or it was on a Blu-ray. So I don't know whether they just seriously reduced the quality of the FMV or not. Yeah.
We gotta handle this mess. Ah, save me!
Something really inefficient. I obviously can't tell what, so. But yeah, the music is interesting. I actually really like it. It's not going to be everyone's cup of tea, especially if you like the music from the first Final Fantasy XIII, because bits of it are very different, much like they were in Final Fantasy X-2, where we had a very J-pop inspired soundtrack. This, well, you'll see. It's diverse, I think, is the most vague way I can put it.
Hey, Sarah. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Mackie. Yeah.
Mackie.
Gotta go.
Okay.
Yeah, those guys don't do anything. They didn't do anything in the first game other than, I thought, die. So I don't know.
All right, everyone, listen up. The meteorite hit over there. Right, we're gonna check it out.
Apart from being very arrogant heroes, basically it's an army of snowvilliers.
So stay close.
I don't know.
You heard him.
He was one of the main characters of Final Fantasy XIII and very annoying. I remember a friend of mine who basically said, "I want to punch him every single time I see him." And he was meant to be kind of like the heartthrob hero.
She took a hit, but she's gonna be fine. She just needs some rest.
Thank goodness. And thank you. Whoever you are.
I am.
No. No,
See,
Chris.
yeah. See, he knew. No, wait a minute. No, Christ!
And before I forget, it wasn't just me. You should probably thank this little guy, too.
Oh, there we go. Right. I'm pretty sure people didn't like the Moogle, but I don't care. I like Moogles. Moogles are cool. Even if this one has an incredibly pretty face.
Sister gave him to me.
Wait, you know Lightning?
She's the one who told me to come here.
Where did you see her?
I think the general rule, I think the standard theme of Final Fantasy XIII-2 is that Sarah just wants a hug, and so she will hug her own arms or the Moogle.
My sister. She gave you the Moogle. Then the meteorite came.
And dragged me along with it, I guess.
Do you mean you actually rode here on that meteorite?
Maybe. I don't know. Damned if I can remember. Why don't we go and check it out?
Oh,
Okay.
I do like anime-inspired diction. Why don't we go and check it
Now I know
out?
for sure. Lightning is alive. She's in a place called Valhalla.
I don't know if that means heaven.
I'd only just met Noel.
Noel
but I
Christ.
believed him.
Say his full
Believed
name.
Every word he said,
Yeah.
even though it couldn't possibly. be
There's a few
true.
more mechanics we're going to be able to show off.
Seems like only
So
yesterday.
this video I don't think is even half done.
The smile on Lightning's face when she gave her blessing for Snow and me to get married. But I'm the only one who ever remembered that. No one believes. It's just a dream, they say, from when I slept in the crystal.
This was all part of the Final Fantasy XIII ending, so I believe.
They say my sister is gone.
So basically, everyone is a fool
3
but
years ago,
Sarah.
she sacrificed herself to stop the fall
spoiler
of Cocoon.
alert.
She turned into the crystal pillar that holds Cocoon above the surface of Pulse, and saved both worlds.
I don't think she turned into it.
That's what they say. But
They all
even
did
so,
some weird thing. The ending. I think they're going to show at some point. They will, before we go, they are going to show the ending cutscene. I just said that. Whoa! What a jump there! Serious music too. Rock on!
What do you do?
I'm a hunter.
I feel like an interrogator. Do you mind me asking?
Shoot.
Never seen anything like them before. Took them seconds to turn our sentry bots into scrap metal.
I heard a meteorite fell from the sky, and that's when all these monsters appeared.
That's right. Godot and the others went to check out the meteorite. It's right outside town along the mountain path. That way, over towards Cocoon.
Yeah. So, yeah, I can't tell what's causing the kind of inconsistent frame. I'm guessing it might be based on the Shadow engine, but I've changed the shadows and it's not really
How are the
helped.
kids? You're worried about them too? Don't worry, the kids in Lebreau are safe and sound. They're inside that building by the shore.
Thank goodness.
Sarah, I didn't know you were such a worrywart, but it's understandable. I guess you've been through a lot.
Yeah,
huh?
Mog's as bored as we are. So that's our house. Don't think there's really anyone. None of these people really have anything terribly interesting to say, so we're gonna.
Snow, we need you here.
Yeah, just told me to jump.
Curiosity killed the cat, you know.
You said you met my sister. What did she look like?
Here we
What
go.
was she wearing?
She was covered by silver armor
Covered.
decorated with feathers.
I'm not gonna happen, but that's the last time I'm gonna mention it.
Fairy tale.
Just like in my dream. Maybe you really did meet her.
My dream is it confirms everything. Right. Oh, here we go. The Mog Clock is the other main aspect of this game. Basically, they had every enemy appear on. Where are you to attack? There we go. Basically, what happens is a random encounter begins, and you can, and if you attack within a certain time frame, you can basically get an advantage in battle. Usually, it's extra meter on the stagger meter, so you can. And once you can stagger something quicker, it makes a lot of battles easier. Too easy, I think. I think they bounced it a little bit from Final Fantasy XIII-1, where you could just. Well, basically, the game became. The game became either winnable or losable or impossible, depending on whether you had a shroud or not. Yeah. Target times are based on a combination of factors, usually based on level and whether you get a boost or not. Those circles, much like in 13, show places in the environment which you can actually modify. There we go. Oh,
Wow.
killed it instantly there.
What's up, Noel?
I just didn't think it would be that
Yep.
beautiful. Cocoon. It's exactly like in a legend. Can't believe in
here?
Legend, eh? Yeah.
What do you mean by in the legend?
The legend about Cocoon. How it was held up in the sky by a crystal pillar. How we all knew that
So
story.
it's all different fantasy like.
Seems funny to call it a legend. It's only been 3 years.
3 years, eh? So this takes place 3 years after the events of Final Fantasy XIII. Or does it? There we go. Oh, good. Yeah, I think are both enemies been staggered. What did they have? There we go. 4 stars.
Hey, you look after Sarah. A meteorite came down on
Okay, so oh, shit. So I can see there's an item I can't get yet. That's across the sea, but obviously a treasure chest means you can get it. I wonder what this could mean. Oh good, the bow stagger, never mind. Yeah, and you get other like boosts, like you get auto haste and stuff like that, which is, I think, is a really good way of doing it. Right. So,
What do you think?
so we can't so that's a place I was like we should be able to access, but we can't. I wonder what this could mean. Also, Mog is awesome because he can find treasure. I don't know if there's actually a button to press, but... Okay, maps. Apparently a map slows the game to a crawl. That's not meant to happen, I don't think. That's, I think that's just... shit. Oh, there we go. Excellent. There we go. Well, also, the other good thing is your AI partner doesn't always just attack the same enemy you do, so if you're doing a stagger thing, you don't have to like rush to stagger every enemy. So battle-wise, I think the game's a lot better than 13, a lot better, because the battles are nowhere near as tedious, and getting into and out of a battle is nowhere near as tedious either. We're in a live trigger event.
Sarah, still in one piece? We're seeing lots of unfriendly critters around that meteorite. Uh-huh. Who's this?
Oh,
No Christ!
he helped LeBro and me out of a tight spot.
Is that right?
Hey,
I'm Godot.
okay, take it easy, big guy. I am not here to make trouble for anyone.
You better not. Anything happens to Sarah, the boss will string your carcass out to dry.
Well, the boss is Snow.
I'll take care of Sarah. You got my word on that.
Words are cheap.
Really?
Yeah, even the game knows how bad that comeback was. Come on, Godot, really? Right. But yeah, paradigm shifts are much quicker. Like in 13, I actually died once because my paradigm shift didn't come fast enough. Also, battles as a whole are a lot quicker as well.
you came too? It's dangerous.
We need as many resources as possible.
So we're supposed to head toward Cocoon, right?
Oh, for God's sake, get... Oh! Yeah, there we go. It's just aiming in the complete wrong direction. Yeah, straight to slash and burn. Yeah. But yeah, you have the lever thing, and basically there is a spell which I don't know if the spell's still around actually, but there was a spell in 13 which like you just instantly see all the weaknesses, strengths, and all that of an enemy. But here you can just but you can also, if you just attack more diversely, and the AI will do this as well, it will kind of show kind of weaknesses and stuff. There's my rare potion drop.
Hey,
Sarah, you came too? It's dangerous.
Yeah, so yeah, the Libra scope. That's exactly the item I was actually thinking of. Oh, fuck's sake! There we go. Yeah, the slash is a bit weird in that you can't really tell quite how far it's actually going to go. But for the most part, it doesn't matter since it just affects your preemptive strikes, and that doesn't give you as much of an advantage as you would think. It is a definite advantage though. Brilliant. Yeah, so there we go. You get equipable items as well. Might as well just try and equip something now. You got several, and basically you have a weapon, which I don't know if it's a weapon gives you. Actually, your weapon gives you stats, and you have You have a set of accessories, each of which gives you abilities. Items I believe, don't appear on your model. There's an easy way to tell. No, they don't. But they never do. It was just something I wanted to check anyway. You can get multiple different weapons and stuff like that. It's usual stuff. Unlike 13 though, you can't improve your weapons. You can't craft weapons or improve your weapons, which is good because it lets us. There we go. It led to the confusing crafting system where you could basically make any weapon an ultimate weapon, but what stats they had depended on what you used to boost it, and it was very complicated. Probably more complicated than it was worth it. There we go. Yeah. We are getting close, I believe. Most of the maps aren't terribly large, so here we go. So this is.
I see it too. Pretty sure it's no dream.
So yeah, you can see there's like things with the world will just kind of.
What the hell's going on? I want a damn
will kind of change and kind of warp, and kind of it's kind of one of those things. I always thought there was something only Sarah could see. Hold on, where was the enemy? It's on the other bloody side of the map. Damn it. Yeah. So that was a bit weird. Kind of. Yeah. I mean that's kind of the thing about the mod because it kind of catches you anywhere on the map, even like in mid-air and stuff. So it's not a big deal because you can escape if you just don't get hit before the mod clock runs out. But yeah, I like that system. There's another thing which you haven't got yet, I don't think, but I'm gonna. But once we do, that's like one of the really good aspects of the game. So this is the.
Oh, hey, Huge.
Hey. So, this is the famous Noel, huh?
Yep.
I guess news travels fast.
No Christ.
The bro told me how you helped her out. I'm Huge.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you. Hey.
Joy Noel, I suppose, guys.
Threads, Sarah. Not exactly a dress up and hit the town kind of occasion.
The new styling threads. They fell from the sky. It's gotta be.
If
If I told you they fell from the sky, you probably wouldn't believe me, huh?
Okay.
Are you telling me the meteorite is a fashion critic?
Okay, that one's quite good.
Okay.
Shamefully, I will admit I will laugh quite righteously at that sort of thing. Right, there we go. Massive slowdown, then suddenly everything kind of goes okay. It's terribly inconsistent. I'm not a fan. Alright, I believe. Well, that's unexpected. Eddie! Right, yeah. First boss, it looks really deadly. Unremarkable! What it means is, oh shit. Twitch shields! Yeah, so it automatically does less damage. Because you have to actually... God, shit. Should shield. There we go. You have to... Because apparently you auto-guard. I didn't know that was the case. I thought you... in 13 you have to actually actively guard, so... That's one positive. They made it so paradigms actually matter. Let's go straight to double trouble. Let's not go to double trouble. We're getting there. But yeah, the bosses are a lot easier, they make a lot more sense, and they don't have the ridiculous instant kill mechanic that was the major part of why playing 13 was so frustrating. I don't think we're going to see why that's the case in this fight though, because I don't think we're going to die. No, we're not. Okay, yeah, you get fragments are basically golden bananas or power stars. You collect all of them, you can do stuff. I think it gives you a better ending. I don't know. I don't know if we didn't collect. I didn't get very far into the game, so it is something worth collecting, though.
What's going on inside?
We made it.
Wait up!
So this is the impact. This is the impact crater. Well, that's cheap. That's a bit mean, isn't it? Having an item hidden there. Glacial greens will summon chocobos in certain areas. Chocobos' main deal with them is they stop you from being hit by enemies. You can kind of run past enemies or they won't spawn. I can't remember exactly how it works.
What is that place? Noel, do you know?
Yeah.
Wait, what happened to Cocoon? It's not there.
Well, you're looking at a different time. That's the world I come from. In my world, Cocoon doesn't exist. When I was born, the sky was already empty.
No crystal pill for me.
How many years has it been since Ragnarok appeared and Cocoon fell?
Well, it's 3 AF. So that was 3 years ago.
Wow, Sarah's a real mathematical
All
genius.
that happened 700 years in the past. I was born and raised in another time. 700 years in the future.
700.
Yes, I knew it. I knew
I am! That's what I said! I'm from this world, but I'm from a different time.
Humanity. Hey! Sarah, I can take you there. We can find Lightning together. I know she wants to see you. You're full of it! Yeah, that's impossible. Lightning's gone, man.
Godot. Noel, do you know where my sister is?
That's not the answer! No! Don't drag me! Mog says all the things I think.
You see? It's a time gate.
What do you mean?
That's not a gate!
What the? It's like a portal. Lightning is in a place called Valhalla. She's waiting.
So,
I couldn't turn my eyes away. I knew the answer lay beyond that gate. The answer to my doubts and dreams. On the broad plain beneath Cocoon, my sister once celebrated my marriage to Snow. I remember her smile like it was yesterday. But sometime when I wasn't looking, she disappeared. She was gone as if she'd never been there in the first place. Lightning, are you out there? Did I dream that day on Pulse, or did it really
if you
happen?
dream that day on
Noel
Pulse,
says he can find
that's
you.
60 hours I wasted! I've heard the ending to 13-2 is very stupid, but I haven't played it. I am going to play it though. I think I am actually going to play this further. I'm hoping there will be some patches though, because this is otherwise going to be incredibly frustrating.
Crazy stuff happens. Objects from different times get mixed up. If you want to open a gate and travel through time, you have to find one of those objects. They're called artifacts.
Artifacts?
The keys to the future. They're anachronisms, relics of a different world. Basically, things that don't belong in your time. If we can find one, we might be able to use it to open the gate. Then we could cross time and travel to Lightning's world.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Could Noel be telling the truth? Beyond that gate, in a place called Valhalla, is Lightning alive and waiting for me? Can I dare to hope again, after all this time? Oh, how I want to believe. I want my sister back.
I get the impression it's going to be like this the whole game. So if that's a deal breaker for you, then do not then spend your then spend your hard-earned £13 on I don't know, some jelly beans. A lot of jelly beans. Like one of those massive giant buckets of them you can get for Christmas.
I wonder if anyone slept. Good morning.
Right. So yeah, so that is a. So yeah, artifacts are very obvious. Oh no, the live trigger awards. If you do certain things in live triggers, you get extra items and stuff, and it does differ. But you can go back. Well, spoiler alert. You can go back to different bits. This is the Crystarium. It's different from the one in Final Fantasy XIII. But the principle is the same. But basically, you can kind of choose different levels, and they give you different, and they give you different abilities depending on what level you're on. Right. Yeah, the music isn't everyone's cup of tea. Much like 13, they added a lot of questionable I'm out. They added a lot of oh, what's he had? They added a lot of vocal tracks, and they were not particularly well received, to say the least. Right, or party paradigms as well. Party paradigms are basically you can change your loadout of paradigms. You can have up to 6. No point of changing any of those because we don't have medic. Basically, one I always get straight away is medic. If it,
he agreed to take care of things while he was gone. Morning.
Good morning, Kupo. It's gotta be.
LeBro, good morning. Kupo.
What the
Good
hell?
morning, Kupo.
What have I done?
You win. I can't compete with morning people.
Mornings are what I do best.
The plot thickens, question mark.
You were up late last night, Mackie. Big project?
Project? Yeah, I was working on something for Snow. That thing, you know.
The thing.
Hey, Sarah.
Screaming guitar solo of opening town.
Anyway,
If I said I was going with him, would you stop me?
let you run off with some con artist? I'd beat him half.
Okay, negotiation time. Okay, no negotiation time, just run. The time for negotiation has finished. Oh yeah, I think the game's rather pretty.
Sarah, wait up for me.
All this talk about artifacts and gates and time travel, to be honest, I don't know if I'm ready to believe it.
Sarah, there's still so much I don't understand myself. If we can actually find an artifact, then I'll know what I've been saying.
Well, we
is
have
true.
one. We beat that boss.
And once we open the gate, you'll be able to put some of your doubts to
Also,
rest as
Cocoon's
well.
back.
So what do you think? Will you search for the answers with
Life
me?
trigger time. Okay.
Give me a chance and I'll prove that it's true.
But yeah, so you have Mog there. Mog is basically a treasure hunter.
It looks like Mog has found something.
And we'll rush around to try and find it. And you can kind of examine stuff. It's stuff that should technically not belong.
What?
Is that the artifact?
This is Lightning's knife. I keep it in my room, but how did it get out here?
It's a nice knife. Call that a knife? That's not a knife. That's a spoon. So that's Dad. Sarz's kid. Yeah, this is the video from the ending of FF XIII.
Come on.
And Lightning is in the actual ending. Lightning is here, and they have a big hug, and Lightning smiles, and she never smiles otherwise. And ah, bless.
I found it near the base of the pillar.
But yeah.
Snow.
Sarah, I'm sorry. She must be inside the pillar. Lightning's holding up Cocoon, along with the needle flame.
Wait, what are you talking about? She was right here a second ago. I saw her. We talked. She gave us her blessing.
Yeah, this is Lightning's theme from FF XIII. It's actually quite a nice song. It's also the battle's theme from 13. I'm getting it all on my system now, so when I do the FF XIII video, which is going to be a lot more tightly edited than this one is, I'll be able to actually explain more succinctly why I think the game's actually quite good.
Happy that Snow and I were getting married. She laughed and said congrats. But then, all of a sudden, Lightning disappeared. She was gone, like she was never there to begin with. No one else remembered her smiling and laughing.
No one.
I think it's safe to call this a cop-out. Well, $15 cop-out, but I think I paid $20. Because I got it... I didn't get it when it was new.
All your friends think your sister is inside that pillar.
I was scared. People said I was dreaming. They said I was just making up stories so that I didn't have to face the truth.
Listen, Sarah. Your memories are the truth. Lightning.
Noel Christ is not the most comforting hero, to say the least. He seems like a con artist. Well, he seems like, you know, like, yeah, it's all true, yeah, chop, let's get this over with.
Perhaps I saw a different future.
You're talking about another possibility. A world that might have been.
Does such a world exist? A place where my sister is still alive? Weird. The knife looks like it's been polished.
Maybe someone was cleaning it out there and then forgot. I don't think...
What is an artifact anyway?
No one knows. Only that it's something that doesn't belong in this time.
Yeah.
Where do you think we should look?
Well, this isn't my native time period. Maybe we should start by asking the locals if they...
No trunks!
Good idea. I just hope they don't think we're crazy.
These disturbances are all happening in the area around the impact site. I'd say our best bet is to search around the town.
Right.
Another busy day.
Again, I genuinely don't know.
Did you find one of those artifact things?
What it's struggling to render.
Yet. Have you been looking too?
I'd try if I had any idea what I was looking for.
I tried changing anisotropics filter settings. I tried changing shadow settings.
Never mind.
That's the only settings you really can change. There isn't really a whole lot you can do to fix the frame rate at the moment. Presumably there'll be ways to fix it through external programs, and there'll obviously be a patch.
Hey there, Sarah. Sorry, but I'm not letting anyone near that meteorite just yet.
Alright then. Hey Godot. What do you think those artifact things are? You know, the keys Noel was talking about.
How should I know? Even if I did, I wouldn't tell you.
So, you do know something?
No, I got no idea. You're not actually swallowing any of that crap, are you?
I have to give him a chance at least.
Hello there, Miss Farron.
Oh, hi there. This might be a strange question, but have you seen something that...
Sarah, Master Not Master Negotiator, Master Investigator.
I wish I could help you, but I've been pretty busy with security duty. Frankly, these days, lots of things seem out of the ordinary.
Oh, yeah, I know. The people here are counting on you guys to protect them. They couldn't survive without Nora.
Well, we can't ask them to find out
No,
the
Christ, he's just bored.
At least things have improved
Just walks
in the
off.
last few years. When the town was first built, Nora was in charge of keeping everyone. Let me
Yeah,
tell you.
that's enough of that.
Hey, you guys. Did you see a medical kit lying around anywhere? I thought I'd left one in Nora House, but I can't seem to find it. I'm guessing someone had a use for it during that ruckus yesterday.
Ruckus. That's one way to
It's a dangerous
describe
place,
it.
and I don't have the supplies to deal with serious injuries. If you find the kit, can you bring it to me?
Fetch quest.
Thank you. I put in an...
But yeah, so you have you do have that kind of side missions and stuff. Yeah.
Why do I have to fix the leaky roof?
Yeah,
Look, I think Mom...
Hello.
That's just a cat. Oh, and it's with the one we keep at Nora House.
Oh, wow. You You grow vegetables?
Oh wow, actual cabbages.
What? You mean you don't?
Well, the soil is barren. Nothing will grow at all. We have to survive by hunting. It's that or starve.
Yesterday, you said you were the last of
Right.
humanity.
Now, to find a logical breakpoint. I think we'll do that mission. I think we'll end it. There are other things I have already seen, and one of them is you don't actually get a third party member. This is it. But what you do is you can capture monsters through some kind of weird command, and each monster has a different class. So you can basically have like medic monsters. You can have Ravager monsters, Commando monsters, Sentinel monsters, that sort of thing. This includes guest characters. So guest characters are treated as monsters in the game. So there's kind of party members after a fashion, but they're not actual party members. Right, here's a cat. Oh, lots of cats. See, the game likes rendering cats.
Wait, the cat isn't an artifact, is it?
No, I don't think so. Maybe the cat could have picked
Oh no,
up
don't we have to chase cats?
Stay on her, Mark.
Stay on target! You could have picked him up! You were right there!
The cats have been on edge ever since that rock fell out of the sky. I've never heard them sound so excited.
What's a cat? I don't think excitement is the right word. I think petrified is probably a bit more accurate. But yeah, anyway, this is one of the other things they fixed. They actually have an actual town. In 13, infamously, there was no towns in the games.
I wish Mom could have seen
and so there were no towns and there was no physical shops. Both of which are kind of fixed, but not really. It's a bit odd.
I wasn't in town. There was nothing I could have done. I heard a rumor about Cocoon disappearing.
I honestly thought we were being attacked by a foul
There we go.
spirit.
Come on, cat.
Snow, so this is where you got to. And the artifact isn't here, huh?
Snow?
Koopal? Oh yeah, she's my pet.
You named your pet cat after your husband.
Hey, I don't see why not.
I think we should keep her too. Just as long as she doesn't make a mess in my workshop. Hey, girl.
Are you sure you can look after her?
We know how
Can't we all
useless
do
you
it?
are.
I mean, we are one big family, right?
Yeah, right.
Mackie'll do it.
You too.
Cat.
Thanks. She's adorable.
She really does have a face.
I thought I could hide it from them, but they knew. They saw right through me. I'd lost lightning, and then snow. But those guys, they really tried to cheer me up.
Bless this game. It's really trying to render something. I genuinely can't tell what's up.
So it hasn't been all bad.
No, not at all. Life is harder here compared to back on Cocoon. But everyone sticks together. Even in the tough times, we have each other. That helps.
Those friends of yours are like family, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. But it's only part of a family. It just doesn't feel whole without my sister, you know?
Yeah.
If it's what you really want, one day you'll be together again.
Yeah, I really want to actually get to the time jump. I will get to the time gate before we finish this up. So this will be a very long video.
We're way off track.
Where else should we look?
Mark, help us out here.
So this is a universal thing. If you're doing an RPG, don't have vocal themes. because you are very likely to hear a lot of it.
Yeah, I don't think he's just looking for playmates.
So there are very, very frightening looking children.
Good morning. These are my students. I teach their
She is a teacher.
A school teacher, huh?
Right! I'm so glad you're all safe. Yeah. Now, did everyone do their homework?
I did mine, because I didn't want you getting mad at me like the last time.
Seems like you'd be soft on kids, but you're pretty strict, huh?
Hey, not that bad. No, come on.
A true meanie.
You know, I'm only strict because my teacher was strict. Lightning must have rubbed off on me.
My grandmother was a teacher too. She taught me everything I know. She taught me about Grand Pulse and its history.
Do you know what happens next?
Well, I'm still not sure this place is the past world of my time. But assuming it is, chaos rains down on Cocoon. And the disaster and the prophecy comes to...
What's wrong?
Comes to...
Fruition.
It's weird. It's like my memories are...
I apparently have forgotten the use of words.
Sorry, I don't mean to be cryptic. I'll let you know if it comes back to me.
That's the kid I was looking for. I knew my eyes weren't playing tricks on me.
It's Mackie! I better get out of here!
Hey, what's he got there?
Let's follow him.
The crisis is over.
Where are you going?
Oh, I see. He's running into the place. Impenetrable barrier.
Watch it. Don't go that way.
Stop it. I do like games with dynamic music tracks. So it does actually change if you're like getting close to bats. Yeah. So this is where people don't like the music as much. I don't mind it. Yeah. It has an identity, so you certainly can't argue otherwise.
I kind of feel bad.
That has no identity. That bloody
Events that shouldn't
noise.
occur keep occurring.
So yeah, so the tide is up. I do like there is a novel touch that NPCs will all attack things if they're caught in the mod clock. And I do like how the intro music, the victory music does slightly change whenever you if you do better in a battle.
Wow, Moogles really do exist?
Hey, gotta work to pay the bills.
How is there an economy in a like destroyed society? I know it's been 3 years, but I think there are bigger issues than whether you have money.
Just as expected.
Hello. Yeah. This is going to make for a very frustrating video to watch, and I do apologise because pretty much no one. Because it seems like it is a universal problem, so it isn't just a problem with my setup. Because if it was, that'd be something I could definitely fix. That was quick. But yeah, I do like how the battles are significantly quicker now. Like in the past, it was like, yeah, the battle it took about 4 or 5 seconds to load, and then you were kind of caught out because the battle would take like a minute to 3 minutes or whatever. Even longer if it was the final boss, which still took half an hour, but it was like active battle, so it was more an active battle. Active battle, fucking hell, Dave. It was you were there was more exertion in pressing the A button.
Why did you run away? I promise I won't get mad if you tell me.
I know you say you won't get mad at me, but I can't tell you. I don't want to get yelled at.
The kid was trying to get away from Mackie. I bet you anything he was up to no good.
I hope you're not misbehaving. It makes me sad when my students don't.
Sarah, Hulk Sarah.
I'm sorry, Miss Fair.
It worked.
The truth is, I sold something for Mackie.
And that's why he was chasing you?
What did you take?
Hand it over.
This necklace. It belongs to you.
Why did you steal that?
Hey, wait!
Ooh, nasty.
What was he doing with this anyway?
That belongs to Mackie, doesn't it?
No, it's mine. It's a reminder of a promise a good friend
Oh, it's
made.
exactly the same as one I already have. This is the FF XIII theme.
Sarah, I believe you. Your sister's alive. She's out there somewhere.
Thank you, Snow.
What is it about people grabbing her hand?
Here, you hang on to this for a while. When I come back, it'll be with Lightning. Then there's no way she can say no to us getting married.
Okay.
Okay.
And that was the last time I saw Snow. The memories I had of Lightning standing on the plain beneath Cocoon. He was the only one who believed. Believed them enough to do something.
Oh, you can't tell I'm tapping my watch at the moment because. I mean, I know it's an RPG, you know.
Doing nothing.
But there's a lot of meandering before the plot really begins.
Still sit here and wait.
I mean, that's always the problem with doing a cold open. Think of the children.
I'm a teacher. I have a responsibility to my students.
Sure, but what about your responsibility to yourself? Were you secretly glad?
No, Christ! Ask the tough questions.
No, of course not.
Well, that was the better reaction than I expected. The reaction I expected was Sarah punching him the fuck out.
We didn't like to let go so easily.
Oh, actually, I remember how this works. The Paradigm system was you unlock different classes when you level up. Sorry, it's been a while since I played this. So I'm kind of just trying to remember all the stuff I learned from back when I tried to play this quite seriously, which lasted all of about 4 hours before.
It wasn't the artifact after all.
Are you losing your touch, Mog?
Poo-poo. It's not his fault. Come on, let's head back.
Let's go home. Come on.
No artifact yet, huh?
No, instead, my things are showing up in places they shouldn't be.
I wonder if someone's trying to mess with us.
I doubt it. No one here would do something like that.
I guess not. Unless they think they're doing the right
Hint,
thing.
hint.
It might not be a person at all. I mean, with time and space being warped everywhere, anything could happen, really.
Right. And that's how your things ended up out here? It's not a bad theory. Okay, so maybe we should ask if anyone else is missing stuff.
Let's head to the house and find out.
Oh, this is the worst detective agency.
Something's fishy.
They could barely find a raindrop in a thunderstorm.
You know, I was thinking, if Noel here really is from the future, he must be pretty curious about this time period.
That's true. We should probably explain a few things.
I'm all ears.
Oh dear.
We were all born and raised on Cocoon.
Yeah.
But
Basically, Noel Christ is most people watching this video.
we couldn't rely on the broken Fal'Cie anymore. So
Fal'Cie, 13 didn't really explain, but what the idea was, the Fal'Cie are basically mechanized gods, and they have kind of servants called Lussie, which is what most of the party members became early on in the game, and that gives you magic powers and shit. I don't know how that works now, since Noel has magic powers and he's not a Lussie.
used to be in charge or long gone.
How did you end up in this?
But I don't think they ever explain how you have magic. To be honest, I don't really think anyone really cares.
We used to live in a seaside town on Cocoon, so it was like we were rebuilding our home. Snow and the rest of us were used to fighting monsters and getting our hands dirty. So we pretty much settled back into our old way of life.
Snow's not around right now, so we do the best
Oh
we
god,
can.
those eyes.
But if lightning were back, everything would be so
Oh
much
no,
better.
that's because Sarah's talking.
So for everyone here, your sister being gone is the reality. Odd.
That mirror, it was never there before.
The mirror!
Hey, check it out.
Wait. Okay, what is that?
Well, the game can do mirror effects fine. See, that's not slowing it down.
How did that happen?
Da 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 da.
It's a twist in time. Something that doesn't belong.
Yeah.
I think this is an artifact.
It's like a collectible from Minecraft.
We found an artifact, just as Noel said we would. Does this mean everything else he said is true? Did he really meet lightning in Valhalla? Maybe. Once I step through the gate, I'll be leaving my friends, my students, and the village for who knows how long. Can you tell me, Lightning? Do I dare believe this man?
A giant's artifact.
Okay, now we just have to head for the gate.
I don't get it. What was that artifact doing in the mirror?
Yeah, so the lifetime rewards are dependent on what choices you make.
The mirror must have belonged to someone else in the past. Or the future, wherever it came from. It didn't belong here in this time. I'm going to take this artifact and open that gate. But you still don't trust me, do you? I can see it in your eyes.
Those eyes that barely
If
blink.
there's anything you're wondering about or don't believe, just ask. And
But I only have one option on the live trigger.
There is one thing. What is it you want?
Oh, I didn't press for that. I think he just wants to find MC Hammer's parachute pants stack.
A future that has people in it.
It's just people in. So basically, he is the development team for Final Fantasy 13-2. We want a world with people in it and towns, and a world map.
As I grew up, everyone I knew died one by one, until eventually it was just me. All their dreams fell on my shoulders. I was their last hope. It was too much, so I left. Sure, maybe I couldn't go home again. Maybe I couldn't.
But they're all dead. So,
but at the very least, I could rebuild a future where everyone could survive. So I went through the gate. Wasn't thinking very clearly.
you're in a row. Why would you? I don't know why you're even talking to the characters from a game made 3 years ago.
But once I got here and saw how you and your friends live in this village, I knew my dream.
My dream of people.
In Valhalla, your sister gave me a chance.
She gave me a bow, which turned into a weird toy like soft toy
That's
thing.
what she told me, and I believe her.
I understand. Thank you, Noel. Thank you for telling me that.
Right.
You want to take a moment to say goodbye before we leave?
Well, but I probably should find that medikit first.
I think I'm okay.
Let me on the.
I'm sick.
I just remembered something. I saw you.
Whatever.
I wonder what Yuge is up to.
Yo.
Slow, slow, slow. There we go.
Beautiful.
Did you find that medical kit?
Hey, Sarah.
Did you find out anything?
Well, to be perfectly honest, their new provisional government.
I hope so. I hear they're having a hard...
Yeah, I've heard that too. And us Nora members are... I guess we have to...
Right, well, I'm done. We will just carry on. We'll get to the next area, and then I think we'll call it, because I think this video is like at least an hour. It's like at least an hour and a half long.
You know, it must be strange to have it there.
These videos aren't really intended to be this super long, and I'm hopefully I will be able to actually trim. I'm probably going to trim some of this. Probably the many minutes of me getting lost trying to find a medical kit.
Sorry.
I could have handled that alone.
Right, so
Bring on the arrows and
the arrows.
You know, the security bots can do our job.
Ah, come on, let me jump. There we go. Yeah. Oh, there we go. Not again. I'm bad at this. I suppose the kind of question is, how do you do a like a proper video let's play of an RPG? I mean, presumably the matter is, well, I suppose what it is new content. You would new content gets shown, other stuff gets done off screen, and you try and make sure that you don't that you record the grinding so you can edit it out, or you. It sounds like there's plenty of ways to do it actually. Because I'm tempted to do one of the. To do a let's play of the full Lightning like trilogy. For fuck's sake! Hit him! Hit him! Hit him! Come on, baby! Yeah. It does have that weird. It does have those weird moments where you're kind of just waiting like halfway, like for a good like few seconds, like no one's doing anything, like no enemies, no guys, and you're just like you just like there tapping your watch. It's very noticeable moments of silence. It's like dead air in a Let's Play video.
They were all that easy.
I still don't get what's with that weird. It's like a saxophone guitar solo. Yeah. Must be a weird J-rock thing. Yeah. Ah, there we go.
I'm glad we found the artifact, but that's not the only weird thing.
No, really.
You mean like your friends and the way they act? Understandable, though. Guess it's not every day someone like me drops in from the future.
Oh, wrong button.
Future unannounced.
No, even before that. Everything's been off for the last 3 years, ever since Lightning disappeared.
You say she's disappeared.
Right.
I know where she is.
There will be a series of jump cuts in this video. Oh, that's quite. I do not like. I don't like fetch quests like that where you've got to go all the way up and down. I know they've got to do them, but there we go. But it doesn't make them any less annoying. Especially since I have to fight like a million pulse-wet knights to get there, and you still can't run from fights. That's one thing you still can't do. That was in Final Fantasy XIII. Can you restart fights? Yes, you can. So in theory, you can restart a fight, which starts you outside of the battle screen, but still. Come on. There we go. That's more like it.
From sunrise to sunset, it's a hard job.
Oh yeah, you can only have one at a time, but you can't. You could, in theory, carry more than one, and they will stack. But it's based on what stuff you're allowed to carry at once.
Got him?
Oh, that's quick.
You know, the security bots can do our job.
I know that. You've said that like twice now. Oh balls, this actually looks like quite a semi-serious threat. And we don't have saboteurs, so we can't reduce those buffs. was easy enough. Yeah. Has there been any RPG that's managed to get this whole audio, like your voiced audio thing right? Because I know Blue Dragon had that had Ian Gillan like sing the boss scene, and it got so tiring after like the first 600 boss fights you had.
Yes, that's it. You found my kit.
Found my kit.
I've been using this kit since I lived on Cocoon. Couldn't believe I'd lost it. It's funny how you get attached to these things.
It's funny how your hand gets attached to the sandy arm tree, but
ever seen a rock like this? I found it just over there. Do me a favor and try not to get yourselves hurt. I've got enough patients already. There aren't many people who like to play nurse around here.
Right, so that's just a prism. So yeah, so they wrote proper quests back because basically quests were limited to exactly one area of Final Fantasy XIII-1, which was the giant fields of Grand Pulse. They're actually well done there, but the problem is it was one area, you didn't, and it didn't really provide much of a benefit other than unique fights. So it was usually just go and kill one particular creature.
As long as I'm here, everyone's safe.
But yeah, the jump mechanics are as good as they were in XIII-2, which wasn't very good. At least there's no Hunters minigame. Yeah, this is I mean, I suppose this is kind of why I wrote the rules as I did for Steam Hibernation. That because basically I wrote there's a minimum time which is half an hour, but not a maximum.
Bring on the arrows and ammo.
Because otherwise, you'd have certain games which you obviously couldn't see the whole of what makes them tick, because you'd only get like very early into the game. I mean, I suppose at least it kind of showed its hand with that silly opening fight. It's such a distant memory away. Now we're
we don't have enough manpower.
Not enough manpower. Can we preempt it? Yes, we can. Yeah, so there's still kind of battlefield strategy and stuff, so that's quite cool. Yeah, I do wonder if they're actually genuinely going to patch this, or if there's going to be some kind of fix. And that's going to be my verdict. It's not a bad game, not a bad price, but wait until they've done another patch, because they did quite a few patches to 13. It's made it a much better game as a result, and it looks like they're going to do the same here. I'm hoping they get it right with 13 straight off the bat. It seems like they are trying to learn at least. There we go. Got you right there. I really should actually just start and slash and burn. There is ways to do that. You can set a default paradigm. I just forgot. I mean, originally I had some quite insightful things, but I am completely out of factoids, really. Because this is pretty much as far as I got further than this. I got there's like many areas. I got to the third area you see a character in basically there's like a stealth mission where you've got to avoid a spotlight, otherwise you get punked out by a monster which you can't beat. And after about 17 attempts, I just got absolutely sick of it. Oh, come on, there. You're bad at this. There we go. Reducing all the numbers, I think, definitely helped as well with the pacing.
From sunrise to sunset, it's a hard job.
I've gotten used to doing my rounds.
Oh, I've gotten. The German. I like how I like how some songs have. I like how the main song has a German rave version when you're in the mod clock. It's a nice and also horrifying touch. It's like you like this silly pop song? How about in techno mode?
If you're heading to the gate, take this shortcut. Godot said you were free to come and go as you please.
I've gone the wrong way, basically.
I hope we don't run into new monsters.
Oh, I like that. I hope we don't run into monsters. Oh no, monsters! Ah, real monsters. But yeah, I suppose the best way to do this is compare it to the previous game. It improves a lot of things at the expense of maybe not being as good a story. It doesn't have as solid a story, but it has a lot more enjoyable kind of elements to the story. Oh. Yeah, and the builds are kind of a bit more customizable, so it's not quite as restrictive. Oh, I was joking about it. This is not Iron Maiden, this is Rammstein. Ich will. Bloody yeah. Well, this is what it's like when worlds collide. Are you ready to go? Are you ready to go? This music, bloody hell, shit. So, I think what they've done is they've just given passive benefits to each class that they didn't have, so... This one, for instance, has extra defense. Oh, come on. Right. What the hell is that? I think what they heard, I think someone like had like a demo for a Devil May Cry center, and they're like, "Oh, I want to be some of that." Oh, there's 5 stars. What the hell did I just watch? And there is a chocobo. Chocobos are fast. That's the gimmick. They're fast and you don't have to face enemies. I think I was meant to actually wait before. But you know what? I don't care. I just want to get through the gate. There's nothing else in this level. I don't think, at least. Let's just go.
Are you sure you're ready? You know, once we go through, there might be...
He's lying! Sorry, he's lying.
Yes, I'm ready to go. It's not a dream or a lie. I know my sister is alive out there. I'm sorry I doubted you. Of all people, I should know how bad it can make you feel when no one believes what you say. Snow put all his trust in me. Now it's my turn to do the same for you. I've made up my mind. You and I. We go together.
I won't let you down. We'll find Valhalla.
Sounds like a suicide pact! Run! Run, you young wife! Run for the hills! There's hills there! There were hills there! But instead, this is, we're going to get into the time travel part of this game. Also, there was actually Facebook integration in this game.
So, you're not going to say goodbye?
There's no need. We already have, sort of. Lightning's knife. It's been sharpened and cleaned.
You did that.
Hey, shut up.
Look, my pendant has a brand new chain.
Okay.
And Snow was purring like a kitten. Someone gave him a good brushing.
Oh my god, those are actually part of the game.
Hey.
Why don't you guys go fess up?
What?
Go on.
It's a big hill to fall down.
Hey, Sarah. I figured no way you're leaving the pendant behind. So I made a chain, you know, so you wouldn't lose it.
If Lightning is alive out there, wouldn't want her getting mad over a poorly maintained weapon. You know her.
If you leave, someone's got to pick up the slack looking after Snow. So I volunteered myself.
Thanks, guys. It's time for me to go. I don't know what's waiting out there in the future between worlds, but I want to see Lightning so much. If there's any chance at all,
This sounds like someone about to go into a cult.
You can go, but you have to come back in one piece.
She's not coming back. That is the resignation of someone who knows that the dearest friend is about to die. Yeah, I am completely reinterpreting this game as a young wife being groomed into a satanic cult. A satanic cult of time travelers. Well, time travelers in inverted commas.
Guess we'll just have to find out.
Hey, what about Sarah?
I'll protect her. I promise you. I vow never to let her come to harm.
Godot.
But trust me. For Sarah's sake.
I cannot speak for myself, apparently. This game. And there's the pact. Your deal is signed in blood red crystals. Well, blood orange crystals.
Guess so. Looks like the future starts now.
Okay, this isn't usually seen in a satanic cult.
I'll be back.
Did that actually make the? So that's like the noise from the odd one out round in the spinning picture out from Have I Got News for You?
Could not see. I will keep fighting here at the end of the world. I know you will come. I believe in you.
Sarah.
I thought you were dead. I thought you were dead. Oh god, this was a huge mistake! Ah!
This place is incredible.
It's the Historia Crux. The crossroads.
It looks like hell!
So this is how you were able to travel backwards from the future?
We're going back to the future!
Just floated through this nowhere space.
This is my TARDIS. I'm glad you came to travel with me through time and space. This is my 17th incarnation. I think that's how many there's actually been. You count Peter Cushing. Right, and we're in the Historia Crux. I think this is going to be a good time to call it a video. You can go back to any location, and you can toggle to all different kind of locations and areas. Obviously, there's different stuff. Obviously, there's different artifacts and fragments to collect. So basically, it's half RPG. Okay, I will save a new file here. It's half RPG and it's half Donkey Kong 64. Right, and I think thank you very much for watching. I apologise, it has been a very long video. I'm hopefully going to be able to cut most of it. I'm going to try and cut some of it before uploading. I might. I'll see what I can do. Thank you very much for watching and have a good day. I think that's ended. Yep, and we're